R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. Well, my girlfriend called. Friend, she could be a model for Fredericks of Hollywood, but she was handsome. Really handsome. Said I could come over early and stay real late, but I told her, honey, if we have a date, we're going to wrestling. Going to wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. There's Kevin Von Erich when he's really high and flying. Silver-haired Ric Flair when he's out there strutting. Andre the Giant must be 7'9". I wouldn't miss this for a dozen girls. I wouldn't miss this for nothing. I said, honey, I hope you ain't hurt. She said, I'm putting on my wrestling shirt. I'm going to wrestle. Going to wrestle. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling.
NWA Mountain State, the flagship of the National Wrestling Alliance, bringing you great wrestling action sanctioned by the NWA.
Oh my God! All-American knockout!
We go to a judge's decision. Judge's decision. Judge's decision.
You see Ron Sexton looking on Scotty. Measures in. Shooting star press. Parker, look out!
He's got one measure. Super kick again.
Ricky Shane misses though. Dozer catches him.
Tune in each week to see the greatest stars in independent wrestling along with your hosts, Jonathan Stiles, Stephen Hensley, and Jacques Moliere. NWA Mountain State is paid in part by Lewis Automotive in Beckley and LewisAutomotive.com, giving you the best deals on Suzuki, Nissan, and pre-owned cars. Kramer Security and Investigations, now hiring in all of southern West Virginia at kramersecurity.net. Mark A. Hunt and Associates, practicing law since 1994 and online at markahunt.com. The West Virginia Tobacco Quit Line. Get help to quit smoking now at westvirginiaquitline.com.
Hey Southern West Virginia, are you tired of tricks and gimmicks when buying a new car? Well, at Lewis Suzuki, you'll get the absolute lowest price every day. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's price. Plus, the highest guaranteed value for your trade-in. Bad credit? No credit? We can and will help you today. You can get a brand new 2011 Suzuki SX4 all-wheel drive for only $14,194. Come in today and get the best customer service guaranteed. Only at Lewis Suzuki in Beckley.
Dan Murdoch, the All-American Nightmare. Ooh, scary. Last time we faced off, brother, it was a nightmare for you. Until the very end, where you ducked under, you got lucky, and you hit me with the All-American knockout. Nobody gets up from that, I understand that. But you got lucky, you never should have hit that move on me. See, I'm not going to stand here and make excuses. We all have an off night. No pun intended. And I had one last time we faced off. But Dan Murdoch, here's what I propose to you. If you're that confident that you're that much better than me, that you can do it again, why don't you? Why don't we do best 2 out of 3? Best 2 out of 3 series. It's been a while since we've had one in pro wrestling, hasn't it? Why not? You know what? I'm so confident that Dan Murdoch, you can't beat the silver screen superstar Steve Off twice. Not only can't you beat me 2 times in a row, you can't beat me twice at all. I'll give you the last one. I'll say we already started the series with our last match. You won the first one. And I'm going to beat you 2 straight. If you got the guts to accept. See, in Hollywood, you don't always get it perfect on take 1. Even the best actors don't. But take 2 and take 3. Lights off.
You know what, Steve Off? I heard your little proposition. Best 2 out of 3 matches? All right, I'll give you the satisfaction. I'm already up on you 1, buddy. Tonight, it'll be 2, and this will be done between you and I. And I you say you had a bad day, but I told you I'd get in your head. I'm in your head. I'm your nightmare when you sleep. And I will do the same thing to you tonight and pin you to the ground. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Best 2 out of 3, that ends tonight.
All right, fans, welcome back to another great hour of mountain wrestling action. As joined always by the outlaw rockstar sweet Stephen Hensley, this is your voice of tradition, Jonathan Styles. And I tell you, this is going to be an exciting matchup. Steve Off complaining to the offices that he didn't get a fair match against Dan Murdoch and is calling for a 2 out of 3 series now, Steve.
Well, I think it's a fantastic idea. These two guys bring a lot of action to Mountain State Wrestling from NWA Dog, and an exhibition series, a best 2 out of 3, it's a great way to showcase their full arsenal of moves and their incredible talent.
Absolutely, and fans, if you want to see where Dan Murdoch garnered that first victory, you can go back and check out episode 276 on the NWAMountainState.com website. Put there thanks to Cucumber and Company, where you can check out all the great episodes, including some classic episodes commentated by Jacques and myself.
That's right. Back in the days when people thought you were a broadcast colleague before they learned that you were nothing more than my loyal sidekick.
Well, let's get back to the action, Steve, instead. And Steve Off, well, I was going to say in control, but a wrist lock applied by the All-American Nightmare Dan Murdoch now has changed the tempo of the match very quickly. And you mentioned, Steve, how both these men are from the Dog Pound. And for the fans at home that are unaware of NWA Dog, that is the Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators out of New Jersey.
That's right, and a lot of top names have come through there. To speak of, first and foremost in the front of my mind, the current NWA National Champion, Chance Crawford, currently ranked #1 in Pro Wrestling Illustrated.
Yeah.
Not a place for slouches.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And speaking of slouches, Dan Murdoch on the receiving end of a beating now by Steve Off, looking almost like a slouch himself in there. And Steve Off going for the pin to try to get a quick and easy victory here this morning. And what about the main event, Steve? Cruise Control, your boys putting those tag team titles on the line against Johnny Blas and the Maestro, a last-minute replacement in that match.
It's going to be a terrific main event, and one in which I expect to see Cruise Control send the Stro exactly where he belongs, to the home. Stro for the home. Back to the action in the ring. Steve Off, firmly in control at the moment, absolutely decimating Dan Murdoch. A man who came in here with a lot of flash and pizzazz, but sometimes the guys who shine the brightest at the beginning fizzle out. And we may be seeing that with Dan Murdoch this week. He came in here with a lot of fire. He had stars in his eyes. He was very motivated, very on task. And he seems to be fizzling out, though, in this second contest against Steve Off.
Well, I wouldn't take away anything from Dan Murdoch. This is a man who has a lot of intestinal fortitude and is working his way off the mat, getting back to that vertical base and attacking the midsection of Steve Off. And there he goes like a house of fire into a sunset flip pinning combination. Two count only, though.
Steve Off, though, absolutely the first man to his feet. Springs off with a flying back elbow. Lateral press, nearly got it there.
But the thing about Steve Off is he's not capitalizing. He's not grapevining that leg, which is allowing Dan Murdoch to gain some momentum to push out of those pin attempts by Steve Off.
But he didn't waste any time going for the lateral press either. He could have wasted another second trying to hook that leg, trying to get that extra leverage in the pinfall attempt there, rather than capitalize on a stunned Dan Murdoch. Don't take anything away from Steve Off. He absolutely knows what he's doing at all times.
And Steve Off looking with sheer frustration now at the camera with those big beady eyes of his.
Steve Off backing Murdoch into the corner. Forearm smash across the chest. Picks Murdoch off, puts him on the top rope.
No. This is dangerous. Oh!
Say hello to the Tweety Birds, Mr. Murdoch.
Oh, my.
Lights off. Good night, Mr. Murdoch. And despite hitting the lights off, Dan Murdoch, by the grace of God, falls to the outside. And I have to think, Jay Styles, that is the only thing preventing him from being pinned right now.
But you have to question the motives of Steve Off. I mean, why is he going out there? Why not just garner that victory by count out here this morning?
Because he doesn't want to win that way. He's a competitor. He wants the pinfall. He wants the 1, 2, 3 to earn his W.
And he took his time getting outside. And
5 minutes has elapsed
to gain that momentum to get
5
back
minutes
up.
remaining.
And Dan Murdoch, whoa! What an enziguri!
And that might have turned Steve Off's lights off.
And that might have turned Steve Off, baby. That could be it. Lights off for Steve Off.
I hate you so much at this moment, Jay Styles. But you see, despite that fantastic maneuver by Dan Murdoch, Steve Off is still the one who is the first to his feet.
But Dan Murdoch taking clear time with that calculation. And there he goes. Shades of Dusty Rhodes with a bionic elbow.
Steve Off's in a lot of trouble right now. He needs to roll to the outside.
Oh!
Maybe rake Murdoch's eyes. Just a fantastic move like that would turn things around.
Dan Murdoch getting ready to fly high here, ladies and gentlemen. And
good Lord!
What a moose! 1, 2.
Murdoch's almost pulled off the upset victory there.
I tell you what, Steve, I think your eyes got about as big as Steve Off when Steve Off kicked out of that pin right there. Oh!
And Murdoch missed big there, going for the All-American knockout. Steve Off just brushed him out of the way, measures him. One more time, no! He missed! Ducks under the clothesline, schoolboy roll up!
Handful of trucks in the rope to boot, what?
And Steve Off!
The winner of the
Steve
match,
Off with a big
the
win!
Silver Screen Superstar!
Take your victory lap, sir!
Steve Off.
Hey, Southern West Virginia, are you tired of all the tricks and the gimmicks when you're trying to buy a new car? Well, at Lewis Nissan, you'll get the absolute lowest price every day. 0% APR, plus the highest guaranteed value for your trade. Bad credit or no credit, that's something we can help you with today. All on Southern West Virginia's largest selection of new Nissans. Come in today and get the best customer service guaranteed. Only at Lewis Nissan in Beckley, where the sale never ends. Call 1-800-TO-BECKLEY.
July 8th, Mullins, West Virginia, NWA Mountain State Wrestling TV taping. Come down and see your favorite wrestler ever, the Silver Screen Superstar, Steve Off.
July 16th, Rand, West Virginia, NWA Mountain State returns, and we return with better champions, the NWA Elite.
I need no introduction. Lance Erickson, the Canadian Lion. Glad to see you're back. Wait a minute. I hate cats.
It's the Canadian Lion, Lance Erickson, and I'm back here in Mountain State Wrestling. Well, what do I have this week? Bob Brown comes out here, wants to tell all you good people, he wants to and act like an idiot. Let me tell you something, Bob. I don't care if you like cats. I don't care what you like. I'm the Canadian Lion. I am the king of the jungle. And let me tell you something. I'm sick and tired of you running around here thinking you can beat people up and you can do this. Let me tell you something. You and your chain can go, well, I'll tell you where you can go, but not here right now. But let me tell you something else, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. Get real close. This is for real, Bob. Lace them up tight, son. Get ready, because you've not faced anybody else in MSW like the Canadian Lion.
Andy Gibson looking very nervous this morning, and rightfully so. Anytime you have a contest with a madman as unstable as the Pitbull Bob Brown, you're definitely going to have your hands full. We've seen it week in, week out. Every time the Pitbull's out here, you never quite know what to expect.
And you also never quite know whether or not that chain will be involved in this match.
That's absolutely right. But as much as we know about the Pitbull, a lot of us don't know too much about Lance Erickson. And I understand that you had the opportunity to sit down with him today and talk a little bit about his past.
Oh, absolutely. Lance and I had a great breakfast before the show, and he was happy to educate me on his past. I mean, this man is who's somebody who spent 12 years in the wrestling business, and it looks like I'm being escorted out. I will have to educate the fans about Lance Erickson later.
Well, it appears that I'm going to be joined by the king of West Virginia, Mr. Dozer. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing there, Mr. Hensley?
I'm doing much better now. Thank you for getting rid of the trash.
Oh, you're welcome.
You didn't even have to lift a finger there. He just jumped up out of the way.
Oh, you know how scared I get that man to be.
I know.
My presence alone makes him wet himself.
That's absolutely true. I imagine he's having flashbacks to that wonderful night where you broke his arm.
Yes. That was. Hey, wasn't it this building too where we did it? Oh, sorry.
I believe so.
Apparently, I'm not talking good enough in the microphone because I just got the finger. So, all right.
The microphone should move towards you, sir.
Oh, good. I got to speak up a little bit. All right. Mr. Hensley, out here tonight, I am out here to scout because I am basically sick and tired of the same matches over and over again. Every time I wrestle Johnny Blast, Ricky Shane,
I hate them both.
Lestro,
hate him too.
I wrestled him 10 million times. I'm just sick and bored of the same matches over and over again. I want some new blood. I want a challenge. And this Lance Erickson right here, he certainly is no challenge. But I've heard stories about this man, and I wanted to see what he could do.
Well, I've heard some stories about Lance Erickson, too, from my associate, Mr. J Styles. I've heard he spent some time in OVW. He's down there around the same time as guys like John Cena. Spent a lot of time honing his craft. But as much experience as that man may have, unbeknownst to our fans, I can't imagine he could measure up to a man like you, Mr. Dozer.
Experience isn't always everything there, Mr. Hensley. See, I have the power, the force, and the blunt strength of my forearms to knock a man out. Just like that. You hear that?
I did hear that.
That's what Jonathan Styles is going to be here in about 2 minutes if he doesn't get out of here.
Jonathan Styles, why are you hanging around the announce booth?
Shut up and take your hand into the back. You got something to say, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Way to take your eyes off the prize there, Muppet.
What an idiot.
What an absolute idiot. You're right, Mr. Dozer.
Isn't this guy from Canada or something?
The Maple Leaf State? I don't know. Does it really matter? Does anybody know where Canada's at on the map? Does anyone really care?
Hey, I got a joke for you. How do you spell Canada?
How's that?
C-A-N-A-D-A. Hey, get it?
Oh, Canada. No one gives a crap. Lance Erickson on fire for the moment, though. I didn't quite expect him to turn things around after Bob Brown took full advantage of his ignorance.
Me neither. This Lance Erickson, he really isn't that impressive. Bob Brown, see, what Bob Brown's doing, like every man does, he's waiting for an opportunity to strike. And right now, Bob Brown really doesn't have an opportunity. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Beautiful, Bob. That's a fantastic back elbow.
See, Bob Brown, I've been taking this man under my ring right here. That leg drop, he learned that from me.
It's very warm under the wing of a dragon breathing fire. And there isn't a dragon in this business breathing more fire than you are right now, Mr. King. Is Lance Erickson all right? Better question, does anyone really care?
Not really. I didn't even know who he was till I came out here.
I'm not even sure we have his name right, to be honest with you.
Oh, that was a nice punch by Bob Brown, though. Get him, Bob! Get him! Get him, Bob!
Bob Brown is looking fantastic at the moment.
Who? I guess that's how you speak, dog. I'm not sure.
That's how you speak, Bob Brown.
Yep. Is there a water or anything? I'm thirsty. Jay Styles, give me a water.
Jay Styles, go get us a water. Maybe we can send him to the concession stand for us. Here, get yourself a little something, too.
Thank you, Mr. Hensley.
Get out of my face.
You're my favorite announcer, my friend.
You know, Bob Brown's doing such a good job.
5 minutes has elapsed.
I think I'm going to give him a rawhide bone as a reward. Then again, I might not need to give him a rawhide bone. Lance Ericsson's looking like a mighty good chew toy at the moment.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Once again, Bob Brown back to a modified surfboard.
That's actually a chin lock.
Well, look at the positioning of the knee in the back.
That's still called a rear chin lock. A surfboard is when you grab the arms and pull back with that.
Hence the modification.
Yeah, it's close enough. Abdominal stretch applied by Bob Brown. Oh. You see, if Jay Styles were here, he'd say he has his hair on the rope, but I don't see nothing. What do you see?
I don't see anything either.
I don't see nothing either, man.
I see Bob Brown dominating Lance Erickson.
Ask him.
You know, I've got to tell you, Mr. Dozer, I haven't had such a good time in the broadcast booth in such a long time.
I'm very happy to hear that, my friend. I'd be love to come out here more often and do. Oh crap!
You know, I can't tell you what a relief it is to call a match with somebody who actually knows what the moves are.
Yes, exactly. I'm sure Jonathan Styles doesn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch, so. In fact, nowadays a lot of announcers don't know how to do that. Play-by-play commentators or whatever.
I know how to do it, but that's because I hang with winners.
That's because you're just the man.
I am the man.
See, I don't know why Jock Moyer is the man's man, because you are definitely the man's man.
You know, you're absolutely right about that. What happened? Did Lance Erickson do something of note?
I think I saw a double clothesline there.
I think I saw the referee thumb Bob Brown in the eye.
I think you're right there, Mr. Hensley.
Such a dishonest
Steve,
little
I'm
so-and-so.
See, what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for Bob Brown to go off the top and do that move.
7 minutes has elapsed.
If he can do that, that'd be the greatest.
3 minutes.
I don't know. It's kind of looking forward to the 450 splash that he made famous.
The bark?
Who? Come on, Bob. Who? Turn it around, brother. Shake that back elbow off, brother. Shake it off.
Oh no, he's taking the straps off. We're done for.
Come on, gut check time, Bob.
He took the straps off. Watch out.
Oh. Bob Brown returning the favor for that thumb to the eye that he suffered a few moments ago.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Let's go, Bob. Choke him. Kill
him.
Be
aggressive. Be aggressive.
If you kill him, Leonard Sims might give me his payday. So let's hope. Come on.
If you kill Leonard Sims, I might give you a bonus.
There you go.
Bob missed. No. Oh, no. Come on. No. Yes. Get him, Mr. Dozer. Get him. And the bulldozer absolutely leveling that young punk Lance Erickson with forearm shot after forearm shot after forearm shot after concrete forearm shot. And the bulldozer's doing a mighty good job of crushing all right now. No, a dunk after no! Lance Erickson with the double clothesline. A shot to the king. A shot to the pit bull. No!
That's winner of the match. Exactly what he deserves.
Crap, when did you get that?
That stench that he has left in my seat. Bob Brown depression has been disqualified due to
I love Taco Bell. Almost as much as Applebee's.
How you doing, everybody? Don't mess with me because I'm from Staten Island, New York. Do you want to get a little more action up in here? Mountain State Wrestling is real. That's right, you can't say it's fake. How do you get hit with a steel chair and walk away and say it ain't alright? Because it is alright. That's what we do here, because we hardcore. Mountain State Wrestling, represent West Virginia. Take it back to New York City. Back in the street. When we was keeping it real, rocking that beat. Ice, baby.
Kramer Security and Investigations, an industry leader, is currently hiring for the position of security officer throughout southern West Virginia. At Kramer, quality begins and ends with our security officers. We are proud to offer a variety of shifts, competitive wages, professional training, and a great opportunity. For information, please call 304-256-0300. That's 256-0300, or apply in person at our Market Street Beckley or Walker Street Princeton locations. Kramer Security and Investigations, securing your future today. An equal opportunity employer.
Hey, Southern West Virginia, are you tired of tricks and gimmicks when buying a pre-owned vehicle? Well, at Lewis Automotive, you get the absolute lowest price every day. Plus, we offer 2.9% financing on every pre-owned in stock, plus the guaranteed highest value for your trade. Bad credit, no credit? Let Lewis help you today.
All on Southern West Virginia's largest selection of quality pre-owned vehicles.
Come in today and get the best customer service, guaranteed.
Only at Lewis Automotive in Beckley.
I'm telling you, it was drop dead.
So Joey says to the guy,
fresh flavor never sounded so good.
Love when that happens.
Applebee's introduces 2 new sizzling entrees. Try the new sizzling Cajun steak and shrimp, or our new sizzling smokehouse chicken stack. New sizzling entrees starting at $8.99. Only at Applebee's. There's no place like the neighborhood, open till midnight or later.
For the past 16 years, Mark Hunt has helped hundreds of people who were injured in a car wreck. Mark Hunt and Associates help people put their lives back together after a car wreck. We get cars repaired, medical bills and lost wages paid, and get you the compensation deserved. Call Mark Hunt and Associates. We have the experience to help you when you can't help yourself. Mark Hunt and Associates, 304-344-1800, or on the web at www.markahunt.com.
Opportunity. This is what this whole thing's been about the whole time. Stro, Scotty, it's opportunity. When Trowbridge came to me, offering me the help and support I need, the elite, of course I took it. I may be deaf, but I'm not stupid. And Scotty, when I saw you all bandaged up, coming out there, all I saw was opportunity. And I took it. So now you want this match with me thinking you're getting revenge? You're not getting anything but a beating. Because when I get in there and we tie up, the only thing walking out of there is a new television champion.
You know, I tell you what, man, Jimmy Valiant told me a long time ago, he said, brother, when you get to the top, when you win championship gold, you ain't done. The journey's just begun. And I got one hell of a journey in front of me right now, Mr. Connard. I'm hurt, I'm injured, and I ain't gonna use that as an excuse, brother. I'm still coming with everything that I've got. And at the end of that, you will know that you have been in the ring with me, the one and only, the Iceman, Scott Reigns. This rib, it ain't holding me back. And if I gotta take this rib out of my body and beat you over the head with it, I'm leaving with my title.
This match is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit, and it is for the NWA Mountain State Wrestling TV title. First, introducing the challenger. He is the Reaper, Matt Connard. Second, his opponent. He is the NWA Mountain State Wrestling TV champion. He is the Iceman, Scotty Reigns. Refereeing this match, referee Andrew Gibson. And the Iceman attempts to warm up the crowd as we get on with this big TV title match.
I am so excited about this one, Jay Styles. I said it a couple of weeks ago when we saw the Reaper come out and make a statement when he decimated that little creep, Scotty Reigns. Matt Connard is the man who is not only more than capable, but the man who will wrest away the NWA Mountain State Wrestling TV title at long last. The end of the reign of the Vanilla Midget is in sight.
Now, I have to semi-agree with you, Steve, because if there's any chance for Matt Connard to become the TV champion, it's right now with Scotty Reigns having those injured ribs, thanks to the dastardly attacks of Carl. But I tell you, Scotty Reigns is a
The intelligent attacks, thank you.
Oh, and Scotty Reigns just pounding away on that midsection. Here we go, baby. Beating him like a piece of Play-Doh. Scotty Reigns being the true aggressor out there this morning, which is something he's going to have to do if he's going to
Don't you gesture at me, you boneless wing.
If he's going to continue to...
Yeah, yes. Continue nothing. Continue to get whipped by the Reaper. Matt Connard is what he's going to continue to do.
And look at the power of Connard. And as he just capitalizes...
It's like watching a replay of all their previous interactions. Scotty Reigns laying flat on his back, crying like a little baby.
Now, Scotty Reigns, if you haven't seen it, folks, was unfortunately attacked backstage during an interview segment, and Carl has put Scotty Reigns almost on the injured reserve list.
Look at the agility of Matt Connard just leaping over the top rope and spinning straight into that kick. This man is an artist. He has stepped up his game and then some.
Well, I tell you, nothing taken away from Matt Connard. Oh, and
I should hope you're not foolish enough to try to take something away from him.
Well, I tell you, the big thing I'm seeing right now, Steve, and I'm sure you're seeing it too, is he's honing in on those injured ribs of Scotty Reigns.
Absolutely. He's focusing on him. He's kicking him. He's splashing him. And Scotty Reigns, he's in a lot of trouble. You know what I'd really like to see right now?
What's that,
I'd like to see Scotty cough up some blood, a little bit of internal bleeding.
Oh, that's...
Send him out here on a stretcher. I'd love that.
And Scotty Reigns from out of nowhere gets the nice slap to the face, and wow, what a great drop kick. Taking Matt Connard straight down to that mat. And a baseball slide to add insult to injury takes him out of the ring.
And Scotty Reigns following Matt to the outside. Ain't better stay on top of him when he's got him in trouble. He's not going to have a whole lot of openings like that. Hey, come on, ref, break that up.
Well, he's got a 5 count, Steve. Isn't that what you would say?
I would say that the referee needs to learn to call things down the middle. If that was Matt Connard, he'd be in there ripping away that foreign object that Reigns was making use of. That was made in Japan, you know.
Fly high, cross body, yes!
No! Kick out!
I really thought Reigns had it there. Oh, no!
Not so lucky. Mule kick by Connard stops Reigns dead in his track despite all of that momentum. And now he's just staying on top of him, stomping away on those injured ribs in the corner. And look at Scotty Reigns' face. He looks like he's going to cry. Just like his little girls are going to cry when they realize Daddy can't feed them anymore.
Now that's just rude, Steve.
It's pretty accurate. It's all right. They're probably used to being disappointed by a man like Scotty Reigns.
Now, you're really working across the line there, Steve.
I'm not working across the line. I'm calling it like it is, down the middle of that line like I always do. Fantastic gourd buster by Matt Connard. Hooks the leg. 2 count. Darn near had it there. Normally I'd be upset about the kick out, but you know what? I'm so confident that Matt Connard's going to walk away with the win whenever it does happen that I'm willing to sit back and watch him build his highlight reel just a little bit longer with this match.
Well, I don't think you should count your chickens before they're hatched, Steve.
Really? I do. Matt Connard just shoves him off there into that corner.
And Scotty Reigns fighting back again like a kicking sauce from Applebee's. Fighting back at you.
Pathetic joke, Styles. Fantastic power slam by the Reaper, though. Hooks the leg. 2 and 3.
No!
Are you freaking kidding me? How did Scotty Reigns kick out of that?
5 minutes away.
I don't think he did. I think Andrew Gibson had something in his eyes. His shoulders were still on the mat.
Scotty Reigns having a lot of true desire, especially since he's become the television champion.
Yeah, it's the first time in his life that he's actually been able to provide anything other than disappointment to his children.
Oh no! The Reaper continuing to capitalize on those injured ribs there. Almost making it so Scotty Reigns can't breathe, ladies and gentlemen.
Fantastic strategy.
No!
Almost had him. Almost had him. It's just a matter of time. It's not a question of if, Jonathan Styles. It's a question of when. When will Matt Connard finally put away Scotty Reigns? And making use of Reigns' own move. How much do you love that? Fall away slam by the Reaper. One of Reigns' signature maneuvers came back to haunt him. And it almost cost him his TV title.
And look at the frustration on Connard's face.
It's all right, Connard. Don't get frustrated, baby. You got this one locked up. Come on, big boy.
Connard better be careful or he's going to make that rookie mistake that he's so susceptible to doing. I mean, if I was him, I would continue to press the pin. Now he's going to go up and take a humongous risk, ladies and gentlemen. Can Matt Connard capitalize? No one home!
Connard attempting a frog splash. Reigns moved out of the way. I think while he was moving, that elbow actually caught Matt Connard in the solar plex. He didn't quite get completely out of the way, but he did cause some harm there.
Yeah, I definitely think the momentum is about to shift now. Scotty Reigns working his way up.
No, come on. Come on, Matt.
Come on, Scotty.
The heck with Scotty.
Look at the Iceman.
Oh. Matt Connard coming out on top of this early exchange here. No! Come on, kick out! Kick out! Kick out! Kick out! No!
Now wait a minute, Steve. Did you see that?
And still remaining the NWA Mountain State Wrestling TV champion, Scotty.
His foot was on the rope. It doesn't count. Restart the match. Restart the match. Come on, Andy. Restart it. The right call. Even Jonathan Styles admits it.
I see it, but remember,
Look in my eyes. What do you
Yeah, well, the referee's an idiot.
Oh, wait a minute. I think Leonard Sims might have something to say.
Who let Leonard Sims out of the old folks' home?
Now, wait a minute. That's the man who pays our salary, sir. Leonard Sims having a word with Jacques Moliere as Andrew Gibson attempts to come out for oxygen.
Boys and girls, I have an announcement. Word, CEO Leonard Sims. Due to the Reaper, Matt Connard, having his arm and hand on the bottom rope, and the referee did not see it, there will be a future rematch between the Iceman, Scotty Reigns, the TV champion, and Matt Connard.
Well, there you have it. CEO Leonard Sims stepping in.
The decision still stands. Still remaining the NWA Mountain State Wrestling
Well, Leonard
TV
Sims finally
champion.
did something right for the first time in his entire life.
The Iceman Reigns.
Next week, the TV title match.
You watch it, old man. I will take you down. It's 5-knuckle shuffle time.
Kramer Security and Investigations, an industry leader, is currently hiring for the position of security officer throughout southern West Virginia. At Kramer, quality begins and ends with our security officers. We are proud to offer a variety of shifts, competitive wages, professional training, and a great opportunity. For information, please call 304-256-0300. That's 256-0300, or apply in person at our Market Street Beckley or Walker Street Princeton locations. Kramer Security and Investigations, securing your future today. An equal opportunity employer.
Friday, July the 8th, 2011, Johnny Blast and Mountain State Wrestling returns to the beautiful city of Mullins at the American Legion Hall for a night of butt-kicking Mountain State Wrestling. Be there.
July 16th, Rand, West Virginia. Gear up! Because the People's Champ Stro, the maestro of wrestling, ooh la la, will be in town. So come on down, bring the whole family. It's going to be a great time, NWA Mountain State style. Team West Virginia in the house, Stro in the house. We're going to do it right. July 16th, Rand, West Virginia. Ooh la la.
What's going on out there, wrestling fans? Williamsburg, West Virginia, July 22nd. Yours truly, the Iceman, the best in the business. The Iceman Scott Reigns is coming to your town, and it don't matter who you line up in front of me. I'm walking in TV champ, and I'm walking out TV champ. Scotty Rocker, I ain't forgot what.
R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. Well, my girlfriend called. Friend, she could be a model for Fredericks of Hollywood, but she was hassling. Really hassling. Said I could come over early and stay real late, but I told her, honey, if we have a date, we're going to wrestling. Going to wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. There's Kevin Von Erich when he's really high and flying. Silver-haired Ric Flair when he's out there strutting. Andre the Giant must be 7'9". I wouldn't miss this for a dozen girls. I wouldn't miss this for nothing. I said, honey, I hope you ain't hurt. She said, I'm putting on my wrestling shirt. I'm going to wrestle. Going to wrestle. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling.
NWA Mountain State, the flagship of the National Wrestling Alliance, bringing you great wrestling action sanctioned by the NWA.
Oh my God! All-American knockout! We go to judge's decision. Judge's decision. Judge's decision.
You see Ron Sexton looking on Scotty. Measures in. Shooting star press. Rocker, look out!
He's got to measure. Oh, super kick again!
Ricky Shane misses there. Dozer catches him.
Tune in each week to see the greatest stars in independent wrestling along with your hosts, Jonathan Stiles, Stephen Hensley, and Jacques Moliere. NWA Mountain State is paid in part by Lewis Automotive in Beckley and LewisAutomotive.com, giving you the best deals on Suzuki, Nissan, and pre-owned cars. Kramer Security and Investigations, now hiring in all of southern West Virginia at kramersecurity.net. Mark A. Hunt and Associates, practicing law since 1994 and online at markahunt.com. The West Virginia Tobacco Quit Line. Get help to quit smoking now at westvirginiaquitline.com.
Hey Southern West Virginia, are you tired of tricks and gimmicks when buying a new car? Well, at Lewis Suzuki, you'll get the absolute lowest price every day. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's price. Plus, the highest guaranteed value for your trade-in. Bad credit? No credit? We can and will help you today. You can get a brand new 2011 Suzuki SX4 all-wheel drive for only $14,194. Come in today and get the best customer service guaranteed. Only at Lewis Suzuki in Beckley.
Dan Murdoch, the All-American Nightmare. Ooh, scary. Last time we faced off, brother, it was a nightmare for you. Until the very end, where you ducked under, you got lucky, and you hit me with the All-American knockout. Nobody gets up from that, I understand that. But you got lucky, you never should have hit that move on me. See, I'm not going to stand here and make excuses. We all have an off night. No pun intended. And I had one last time we faced off. But Dan Murdoch, here's what I propose to you. If you're that confident that you're that much better than me, that you can do it again, why don't you? Why don't we do best 2 out of 3? Best 2 out of 3 series. It's been a while since we've had one in pro wrestling, hasn't it? Why not? You know what? I'm so confident that Dan Murdoch, you can't beat the silver screen superstar Steve Off Twice? Not only can't you beat me 2 times in a row, you can't beat me twice at all. I'll give you the last one. I'll say we already started the series with our last match. You won the first one. And I'm going to beat you 2 straight. If you got the guts to accept. See, in Hollywood, you don't always get it perfect on take 1. Even the best actors don't. But take 2 and take 3. Lights off.
You know what, Steve Off? I heard your little proposition. Best 2 out of 3 matches? All right, I'll give you the satisfaction. I'm already up on you 1, buddy. Tonight, it'll be
Cruise Control, tag team champions. Now it's time to face Team West Virginia. Johnny Blast and Strozilla. Time to go to school, boys. Step in. Ooh la la.
And it is for the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team titles. And it is the main event for this hour. First, introducing, escorted to the ring by the All-American Nightmare, Johnny Blast, and the Maestro, the Stro of Wrestling. Second, they are the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champions, escorted to the ring by the Silver Screen Superstar, Steve Off. They are Robbie Cruz and Sean Cruz. Together, they are Cruise Control. And for this match, referee Andrew Gibson.
I tell you what a way to top off this hour, ladies and gentlemen. Strove for gold, baby. Strove for gold.
Strove for the home, thank you very much. This morning, Stro and Johnny Blast, they may be used to the main event scene, but this morning, they are going up against the new NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Cruise Control. I gotta tell you, Stro and Johnny Blast may have enjoyed the main event scene for a long time, but the competition is getting younger every day. And they don't get any hungrier for the spotlight than Cruise Control. Robbie and Sean have waited in the wings long enough. And yeah, Johnny Blast might be on top right now in the early goings, but Nick, make zero mistake about it. Cruise Control have no intentions of walking away this morning without hearing the words, still NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Well, I absolutely agree with that, Steve. These two will win if you can, lose if they unfortunately have to, but will cheat that way to retain those tag team titles they won against the Barones brothers after being vacated by the Bunkhouse boys. And we send our wishes and prayers to Big Willie Blackheart to get a
Slow down there, Jay Styles. You do not speak for all of us. I do not send my prayers and well wishes out to Willie Blackheart. I don't care what happens to him anymore. Aya's back forever, and it turns out that his yellow streak that runs down his back is as yellow as my microphone cover. That man is a coward. Otherwise, he would have gutted it out and came up to defend those tag titles against Cruise Control.
Well, you know, Steve, what you don't know could fill this arena is the fact that Big Willie Blackheart desperately wanted to compete, but unfortunately was not allowed due to the doctor's note. And
he desperately spent his time looking for the back door, and he found it. Cruise Control were looking for the front door, and they found it. That's why they're the tag champs.
And look at the blood on Sean Cruz now, out of nowhere. Just completely.
That's all right. A little blood's nothing but a little excitement for him. he considers the night dull if somebody isn't bleeding. And if he's the one that's bleeding first, he considers that a challenge. And there's nothing he likes more than a challenge. Look how fired up he is.
Absolutely, but Johnny Blast and the Maestro working together as a great, well-oiled team out there. Both men accomplished tag team wrestlers. Johnny Blast teaming up with many Mountain State Wrestling, and the Maestro and Smoky Mountain Wrestling having a successful tag team run. And of course, the man who should be the heavyweight champion on the outside of the apron right now, the Maestro.
Well, there's a load of crap for you. The man who is the heavyweight champion's Carl. And you know why he's the heavyweight champion? Because he wins heavyweight title matches. Something the Stro is notorious for not doing when he gains heavyweight titles.
Well, I was talking more about how Stro made Adam Pearce tap out, but when you talk about...
And he didn't win the world title there because he's a loser. Stro for the home. Anyway, I'm done talking about the Stro. I want to talk about the action in the ring. Fantastic double team maneuvers by Cruise Control. A series of Irish whips sending each other into the corner. And Sean Cruz capitalizing on everything with a fantastic big boot to the skull of that caveman. Robbie Cruz going for a lateral press. Came up just a little bit short there in that pinfall attempt. But right back on top of things, he's going to send the Stro head first into that corner turnbuckle.
And now, Stro, unfortunately, on the receiving end, but the master of the chop, the Maestro, trying to fight out. And I tell you what, Maestro, if you're not friends with him on Facebook, you ought to be.
No, you shouldn't.
He puts up some of the best Japanese wrestling videos I've seen.
He also spammed the heck out of you with some really boring videos of his.
Now, wait just a minute, Steve. There's some excellent footage out there that everybody in the wrestling community can learn from by being a friend with the Maestro on Facebook.
Nobody's friends with the Maestro. Except idiots. I guess you probably are.
And if you can't find the Maestro, I was going to say be friends with Jay Styles.
The Maestro probably tried to friend you on Facebook. His fan base is a little low.
Who do you think was my first friend on Facebook?
Sean and Robbie still firmly in control of this one.
But Johnny Blast and the All-American Nightmare Dan Murdoch trying to get the crowd pumped to get the one half of what is being called Team West Virginia back to the vertical bench. And look at the dastardly tactic by Robbie Cruz to pull the hair.
There wasn't anything dastardly there. There was only intelligence. There was only commitment to one's craft. Sean and Robbie Cruz are committed to two things first and foremost. They are committed to holding on to their tag team titles. And secondly, they are committed to causing as much pain and devastation as they can on anyone who crosses their path. And they are doing that in fine fashion this morning.
And Johnny Blast coming in trying to talk to Andrew Gibson, which allows for an unfortunate double team by your boys.
Unfortunately, fortunately, let's not mix words here. What's going on is Sean and Robbie Cruz are taking these guys apart. They're taking them to town. And then they're leaving them stranded in the middle of nowhere with nothing except for the memories of their hopes and dreams of a tag team title reign.
And look at the cheatingness of the Cruise Control.
I couldn't be more proud.
I couldn't be more nauseated. Oh, there he goes. Andrew Gibson finally catching the cheaters.
Did you forget to take your Midol today?
What?
You said you were nauseated. I'm concerned about you.
Oh, look at the Stro reversing the leg lock that Robbie Cruz had applied. Or excuse me, Sean Cruz had applied.
Yeah, but Sean Cruz was right next to the rope, so he was able to end that one real quick by grabbing a hold of the bottom rope. And he grabs a hold of the Stro's legs, grape spine, tags out to his brother, and Cruise Control still firmly in control.
Well, I'll give credit where credit's due. Cruise Control having cut that ring in half. But Maestro fighting out with everything that he has, ladies and gentlemen. What a man to have such great intestinal fortitude, the Maestro.
And Maestro trying for everything he's got to make it to that corner and tag in Johnny Blast. Robbie Cruz back up to his feet. And a knee to To the gut is going to stop that one dead in its tracks.
Well, I don't know if it was the gut. It looked a little low to me, Steve.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the Stroh's self-esteem? That should be low.
And look at, wait a minute, what about Sean Cruz? Look at the way he's antagonizing Johnny Blast.
It's pretty brilliant if you ask me. Every time that Johnny Blast gets frustrated, he runs into the ring. And that absolutely destroys any chance the Stroh has of tagging out.
Wait a minute, look at the Stroh with that great slam. That Olympic slam by the Maestro.
Come on, Sean.
Changes the momentum of this match completely. Stroh fired up. And
tag out to Robbie Montoya.
Johnny Blast punching away. And look at the way Johnny Blast is cleaning house, ladies and gentlemen. Like the SBD of old, these two are. Team West Virginia are alive out there. And Team WVU measuring cruise control. Is this the moment we see new tag team champions?
No, someone stop this. Someone stop this.
Wait a minute, what is Cole doing?
Yes!
No!
Looks like Dan Murdoch just had his lights turned off.
Carl has no business being in that match, none whatsoever.
He has every bit of business being in that match. He's part of the Roanoke Wrecking Crew.
And look at Steve off attacking Dan Murdoch right before their big match next week, that rubber match.
We should look at that. It's beautiful. What's even more beautiful, though, no disrespect meant to Steve off, it's Carl standing tall with the heavyweight title, and Sean and Robbie standing tall, just like I said they would. Getting ready to hear the words, still NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Champs.
I can't believe this. Leonard Sims is going to
believe it, baby.
Have to review that.
The winners of the match, due to a disqualification, Johnny Blast and Stroh, the Maestro of Wrestling.
R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. Well, my girlfriend called. Friend, she could be a model for Fredericks of Hollywood, but she was hassling. Really hassling. Said I could come over early and stay real late, but I told her, honey, if we have a date, we're going to wrestling. Going to wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling. There's Kevin Von Erich when he's really high and flying. Silver-haired Ric Flair when he's out there strutting. Andre the Giant must be 7'9". I wouldn't miss this for a dozen girls. I wouldn't miss this for nothing. I said, honey, I hope you ain't hurt. She said, I'm putting on my wrestling shirt. I'm going.
People deserve better!
Leonard Sims moving very slowly so the wind doesn't knock his toupee off.
What? That is such a lie.
That just happened. Pow!
What a lie.
We're getting a little tired of this. Constantly, you're interfering. We're tired of the conspiracy you speak of, but the conspiracy is between you and Robert Trowbridge trying to do us in. So I have a little plan for you, Carl. Next week, you're going to face all three of these gentlemen with your championship on the line.
Championship is on the line.
Are you kidding me?
You didn't hear?
Murdoch.
No, you're not there. No, you're not there. No. Nobody said you were going to be there. You all are barred from ringside.
They are the elite band from ringside.
side. Then the conspiracy against Carl continues. Leonard Sam, the most biased promoter on the planet, continuing to put the screws to the greatest champion in the history of Mountain State Wrestling.
Now go call Robert Trowbridge and see what he says about that.
Cameraman, get a good shot of it. 10 pounds of leather and gold, synonymous with greatness. This is NWA Mountain State Wrestling on Fox 59.
NWA Mountain State is paid in part by Lewis Automotive in Beckley and LewisAutomotive.com, giving you the best deals on Suzuki, Nissan, and pre-owned cars. Kramer's Security and Investigations, now hiring in all of Southern West Virginia at kramersecurity.net. Mark A. Hunt and Associates, practicing law since 1994 and online at markahunt.com. The West Virginia Tobacco Quit Line. Get help to quit smoking now at westvirginiaquitline.com. NWA Mountain State is a production of Cucumber & Company. Cucumber & Company, video, web, and beyond.